We are going to be talking about two very critical changes that have just been released and are very important for all international students who are considering to go and study in the UK. So if you are going in January 2026 intake, you will also be impacted. Hello everyone, welcome to Study Abroad with Piyush, and today we are going to be talking about a very important update which has been released by the UK government, and it is an update to their immigration policy. We have been hearing about all these white paper information that was done in July. The first implementation on white paper was done in July, and then more changes have been happening since then. So we are going to be talking about two very critical changes that have just been released and are very important for all international students who are considering to go and study in the UK. So number one big change, guys, I've been talking about that the post-study work permit is going to be reduced from 24 months for international students to 18 months. Both for undergraduate and for postgraduate students, this duration of post-study work permit is now reduced to 18 months for any students practically who are going to be going to the UK from now onwards. Because the deadline that is mentioned is 1 January 2027. But that 1 January deadline is for the application date for post-study work permit. So basically, if you are going in January 2020, your post-study work permit will not be applied by December. So you will actually miss the deadline. So if you are going in January 2026 intake, you will also be impacted, and your total post-study work permit is going to be 18 months. So guys, when you're calculating your return on investment, make sure you are factoring this new change into your calculation. It is not a very big change, but still it is substantial and important to be considered when you're making your decision to study in the UK. The second very critical change which has happened is in the requirement for living expenses that need to be shown. So this amount again has been increased. It is the third or the fourth increase that has happened in the last 12 months, where if you are going to be living in London, then you need to show an amount of £1,529 per month, and for a total duration of 9 months, which basically takes it to £13,761 is what you need to show as proof of living expenses, and this amount has gone up by almost £1,500. So now this amount is becomes significantly higher. So about 2 lakhs more of money needs to be shown for 1 year of living expense if you are planning to study in London before you are applying for visa. So if you had already prepared your funds and you're planning to go for January 26 intake, make sure you are revisiting your funding calculation and checking this increase. The same amount, if you are living outside of London, if you're going to Birmingham or Manchester or Edinburgh or any other city, then that amount is £1,171 per month. And you need to show it for 9 months, which makes it £10,539 that you need to show if you are living outside of London. So guys, if you're going for January intake or any future intake, make sure you are using the fresh calculation for requirement of funds for showing your living expenses, and make sure that you are providing this updated information while you're applying for your UK student visa. These are the two most critical things that you need to be aware of while you're planning your study in the UK. And if you need any more information, do put a comment below, put help me or any other query that you might have. I'm going to be answering all your questions in the comments. So guys, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram to stay updated with all the latest that's happening. Thank you all, and see you all again in the next video.